Hey, what is up, guys? Steve here, and it is time to start another stream. Today we have Primeape, like my fifth ever video, my fifth ever run. Honestly, it was, I think, pretty much my second place run for a very long time behind Alakazam. Primeape is a very solid Pokemon. I made the call saying it's probably the best fighting type in the game long time ago. Just because it had such high speed, it meant that you are actually able to outspeed an Alakazam and hopefully knock it out before you can actually run into the problem of Alakazam hitting you first. Now, after watching my Primeape video, I gotta say it's a little bit harder than I originally remembered. And after looking at the stats, I gotta say 65 HP with 60 defense and 60 special is not nearly as impressive as I originally had anticipated, but it's still pretty decent. And I did get pretty lucky on some of the matchups, like Koga. Koga kind of used self-destruct while I was underground with a dig. So, not really sure I can get all of the luck to go my way this time. But I do think in 2 runs, I should probably be able to put forth a pretty good effort to make sure that Primeape gets a good time here today. Plus, I forgot to put a goal here. Let me go ahead and do that for a moment. And if anyone wants to do the $10 donation, they can always get the 3rd run as well. Set that up. Okay. Primeape is going to be... Now, here's the thing. This first run, I'm not entirely sure we can get the under the 50 minutes. It's because I'm probably going to do a little bit more play testing than I originally anticipated. I noticed that past Steve, he really focused on the Leer Fury swipes aspect of Brock and didn't really consider the fact that Karate Chop always crits. I mean, he understood that Karate Chop always crit, but he didn't go for it for some reason. I don't understand why past Steve did this, but current Steve knows better, and current Steve definitely knows that make sure you get over the 26 speed, I believe it is, for Onyx. And then once you're over 26 speed, you get to go first. So you get to see Bide coming. And if you can see Bide coming, then you just Leer. So with 95 speed, I think there's probably a level at which I can get over that 26 speed. I just need to make sure that I figure out what level that is. But past Steve just didn't know a lot of the stuff that current Steve is. The other thing is past Steve really got rid of Karate Chop for Body Slam very, very early in the run. And I watched Gym Leader Matt do Mankey, which again was also a 2+ year-old video. So again, that was probably not the greatest, but past Gym Leader Matt is still pretty good. So I noticed the Gym Leader Matt kept Body Slam. Actually, he didn't even pick it up. And he kept Karate Chop the whole run. And after rewatching my own video, I couldn't help but notice that whenever I did not knock out the Alakazam in one hit, by one hit I mean with dig, it would already have set up a reflect, and sometimes it would use recover while I'm underground, and I would then not knock it out with the next dig because of the reflect. So it leads me to believe that there's a good chance that Karate Chop might just be a better move here than Body Slam. However, one thing that I will note is that past Steve also did not use Mimic, and there is a lot of stuff you can do with Mimic in the Elite Four. So we'll probably be changing up a lot of the Elite Four, and if we need to change up our moveset, I think we should probably pick up Body Slam. Probably not teach it, but pick it up, and if we need that tiny bit of, chance for crit or chance for paralysis, we'll teach Body Slam over Karate Chop. Or if Karate Chop just starts to not feel like it's pulling its weight, we can always get rid of it. But I think I undervalued Karate Chop, and I will not be doing that again. All right. Anyways, that's probably enough strategy talk. Let's go ahead and swap over. Make sure to comment a nickname, Annie, since you appear to be the only one here this morning. Well, oh crap, this evening. It appears that I have not changed the color of the ROM today, so let's just go ahead and set it back to default colors. There we go. All right, and we did not, I don't think Speed came up with a nickname. I think when I asked for people's choices, I forgot to mention that they should mention a nickname. I will do that on the next poll for reruns. But anyways, I believe I have everything good to go. I got moveset, all that good stuff on my other monitor. Pokemon music just started. Just waiting on a nickname real quick. Another thing is Gym Leader Matt didn't use Thunderbolt. However, because that was probably because of 30 like special on Mankey. The Primeape is going to be better than that, so we can definitely use Thunderbolt. However, this does lead us with a tiny problem that in the late game we're gonna have 5 move syndrome, where we're gonna need to get rid of something for Mimic. We're probably not going to get Dig. We're probably not going to, or we're not going to get rid of Dig or Rock Slide. Oh, Gym Leader Matt, bro, I gotta tell you, I have the hardest time looking up your videos. I literally Googled, like straight, not Googled, but I searched on YouTube, Gym Leader Matt, Mankey, and I only found the 3-year-old video. I searched Gym Leader Matt Primeape and I found nothing. I don't know what it is, but YouTube is not promoting your videos. It's so weird. And the reason why I searched specifically Gym Leader Matt, because your runs don't come up when I type in Pokemon with name with solo run at the end, or Pokemon's name with like red version or something like that. Like, your videos just don't come up, and I don't understand it. And the thing is, your videos are the most informative because you're actually playing the same version as me. Whereas, like, if I watch Scott's videos, it's not exactly translatable. So, I mean, it's really unfortunate that Google's doing you dirty. All right. Anyways, Annie came up with the name Hog Wild. Okay. Mankey, or well, I mean, we're only going to be using Thunderbolt just for Gyarados only. That's about it. Also, past Steve learned to get calcium, and the calcium is strictly to survive psychic moves and to pump up the Thunderbolts for Gyarados, which seems like kind of a waste, you know, when like protein could probably be a better choice. But I'll go with past Steve's intuition for now. All right. Hog Wild. Yeah, it's so weird. Well, I searched for it directly on YouTube. I haven't really searched directly on his channel. Is there really a different search bar on an individual person's channel? Because I will start doing that. Because Matt's content is definitely some of the better content to research before starting a video. Because unfortunately, not a whole lot of people are doing Gen 1 solo runs in Red. Scott recently started doing them, but he only's got like 6 or 7 Pokemon under his belt or something, or maybe 10. I use it when series get lost on channels. Huh. I guess not all the people use their... Oh, thank you, Andrew. I'll go ahead and click that now. Okay, vertical stream is now up. Oh, getting used to the vertical stream is Very annoying. But hello, everybody on the vertical stream. Sorry that you have missed the very beginning of the stream. However, I forgot to click play. The very gist of it is we are playing Primeape. We are only going to be playing with one Pokemon. This is a redo of a run that I did over 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago now. So, it's not my first time playing Primeape. In fact, I actually have played the evolved form of Primeape in Gen 1, which is very funny. But this is going to be an interesting run because it has been a very long time since I've played Primeape, had experience with Primeape. But so far, Primeape is playing pretty fun, but that's mostly because Karate Chop is just awesome. Just totally awesome. One of the funny things, I just recently redid Machamp, and Machamp was not fast enough to crit 100% of the time with Karate Chop. I just found that hilarious. I'll keep that in mind, Matt. Okay, so we need to get to like level, I think it was 11 according to my video. Oh, actually, the Light Years Junior trainer will get me to 11. So, well, he might get me to 11. It'll be real close. But I'm already almost over 26 speed, so I feel like level 10 is probably good enough. If not, for this very first video, we'll try level 10 and see how it goes. Oh, wow. That did a lot more damage than I was expecting. Okay, no. Okay, so this is one of the problems with doing a Pokemon that's underleveled. Even though Diglett and Sandshrew as a whole are not super powerful, they're relatively high enough a level to do some pretty significant amount of damage to you early on. And thanks to Sand Attack, it can waste a whole bunch of your PP. All right. So level 10, I would have expected Karate Chop to do more damage against this Geodude, but wow. Geodude is messing me up. Wow. All right. I am faster than Onix, so that's good. Wide. Leer. All right, so we probably want to get up to like 4 Karate Chops. Okay, I'll try another one, but that is rough. I may definitely want to consider coming back at level 11 or 12. This is not great. This is one of those things where just being a higher level may just... Oh crap, I just used Leer into a Karate Chop. That was very bad. Leer into a Bide. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get a higher level. This is one of the reasons why I was not a big fan of putting 50 minutes as the first over-under. Because I kind of figured I'd have complications here at Brock. Level 10 is very, very low. I mean, we're talking like Pokemon that don't have a move that's like special don't just beat Brock at like 10 very often. All right, I'll do 12 real quick. No, let's do 10 or 11. Past me did it at 11. Current me wants to figure out if 11's doable. Interesting. It's looking like I'm taking a lot less damage on defense, which is quite the improvement. Okay. Karate Chop. Tackle. Karate Chop. Screech. Karate Chop. Bide. Leer. Unleash. Karate Chop. Tackle. Karate Chop. Bide. Leer. Unleash. Karate Chop. Bide. Leer. Alright, we're at the full -6, so we'll go Fury Swipes now. Each Fury Swipe is doing 2 damage. Okay, well, Pasty figure out 11, and you know what? Pasty was right. Very unfortunate. all I'm saying, guys, is that for some reason the YouTube search really just doesn't like Matt, and I don't understand why. Because I get Scott, I get Speed, I get Retro Brown, I get J Rose, I get like everybody else when I search in Pokemon with the word Solo Run at the end or Pokemon with the word Red at the end. And for some reason, the algorithm does not like Gym Leader Matt, and it's crazy. It makes no sense. Everybody else comes up, except for myself, but I assume that's because it probably doesn't push your own content to you. Okay. So it is nice to be able to knock out these Pokemon real quick again. I unfortunately do not remember if I want to be like a higher level or anything, or Rival 2 or anybody else really. Because the video I watched from Matt was from Mankey, and obviously Mankey and Primeape are not a 1-for-1 comparison. What are my thoughts on the Scott race? I will probably do what I normally do, come up with the one of the winning strategies, and then not be able to do it because I suck. Oh, nice. I mean, I didn't come up with the winning strategy for Smeargle, but I came up with the winning strategy for a special Smeargle. Oh, hey, Scott. I mean, I want to do it. The problem is I'm just not good enough to do it. I always get eliminated somewhere around, let's see. I think on the Parasect run, I got eliminated at Misty, and I think for the Smeargle run, I got eliminated before Erica. But I always have the most fun coming up with the strategy. Like, that's the most fun for me. I'll spend all night too. I mean, I'm sure you remember talking with Van Man for that very first race. Van Man and I literally spent all night coming up with the strategy that Ike ended up using to win. Ike just ended up being better at us than our own strategy because Ike wasn't too proud to use the bike. And he also did some other stuff that was revolutionary at the time. Like, for instance, one of the things that I still do now that Ike came up with was the cutting of the trees in Fuchsia. I had never seen anybody cut those trees in front of Fuchsia before until I saw Ike do it for that Parasect run. All right, that's good. Oh, wow, not more than half. Ooh, and Sand Attack, not great. All right, I think I have 2 potions. Oh, I just missed. Oh, right, Sand Attack, of course. Okay, well, it's probably worth a heal. So the reason I picked up Mega Punch here was not because I think Mega Punch is any sort of improvement whatsoever. I picked up Mega Punch just for the PP. I don't know if it's faster to use 2 scratches when I run out of Karate Chop PP or to use Mega Punch. I like the beginning few days with a bunch of people and new guys chatting about the possibilities. Yeah, I agree. I especially like the last run. The last run, there were just so many more participants. Like, people were constantly submitting time. Like, I muted every one of the chats except for the time submission chat, and it was real cool to see how many people had actually submitted times. A lot of the times were not good, but they were submitted. which was the fun part. Okay, well, I tried to use Mega Punch when I got Sand Attack. That's on me. Dang, I am so surprised that I am not one-shotting these Pokemon. I really expected Karate Chop to do a little better. I'm curious if just a few extra trainers in Mount Moon will be the difference between one-shotting and not. In these early parts of the game, the early levels matter just so much. One of the things that I am definitely going to be doing differently this year for Scott's Race is I want to learn the program that you guys use. I know you guys talk about it all the time, and you've mentioned it many times in your videos, but I've never really used it myself. The XP routing software, I, along with Bandman, had manually routed the XP, but I don't want to be like that again. That just seems like the past, like a foregone, bygone era. I know Austin uses it a lot. Wow, I'm actually a little shocked. It did not run out of Karate Chops. I guess we don't need Mega Punch then. All right, 21. I'm curious if that will be a high enough level for Misty. I would assume so, but you never know. I think Misty... Doesn't Misty have 65 speed? Unbelievable. That ironically felt like Paris. That peck did so much damage, and I hit myself for so much. Yeah, I would agree. I would definitely want to mess around with it for sure. Oh, 56 speed. Nice. So it's looking like if I were just even one single level higher from like just one trainer in Mount Moon, I would definitely outspeed Misty. And obviously it would help for the rival battle too, just because I felt like it would have been quite good if I had two-shot the Pidgeotto instead of three-shot the Pidgeotto. The best part about badge boosting relying Pokemon when you can't level up the wrong time. Oh, I know. I can't stand, like, I kid you not, Pokemon, like for instance, I called I think on my Squirtle first video, I mentioned your video over and over and over again because I pretty much mimicked your Squirtle run, because your Squirtle run was crazy good. And it was because you figured out exactly where the level ups were, and when you figure out what the level ups were, it's like it's a night and day different experience playing the Pokemon. Still unsure if I need Body Slam, but this is the first run. First run, I play a little bit more cautiously. We're not going to teach it. I meant to come in here to heal. We'll hold on to Body Slam. I mentioned that in my original video, I kind of got... Oh, whoops, I forgot to teach Dig. I kind of brushed off Body Slam way too fast, and I saw Gym Leader Matt's Mankey video. He relied on Karate Chop a lot, and it made me realize that there's no rush to teaching body slam. It really technically karate chop is better in the early game at the very least, and quite frankly at the end game there's so many reflect users that karate chop might still be better. By reflect users I mean Alakazams, of course. Okay, so I'm out of potions. Sure, if you want, Annie. I think it was so like really dated Gym Leader Matt's old video. He mentioned that some runs he has a really good trash can puzzle time and some other runs he doesn't. That really dates this video. So, that's the one I watched before this one, just to make sure I was at least a little prepared. All right, Thunderbolt. I am still a firm believer that we will be teaching Thunderbolt, and it will be useful for the Gyarados matchups. All of them, all the way up to pretty much the very end. I just need to keep ahead of the like one-shot range. I need to make sure that I can consistently one-shot. Yeah, but Gyarados' special is 100, Annie. So even at like, I believe my level was like 58 in my video, which was extremely low. Back then, past Steve cared more about finishing at an impressively low level than finishing as fast as humanly possible. So past Steve's priorities were kind of messed up a little bit, which I'm hoping current Steve won't mess up. Current Steve is going to pick up all of the rare candies, including the underground one. Well, yes, a 4x weakness is a 4x weakness, but if it's not a one-shot, does it really matter if it's a 4x weakness or a 2x weakness? Like, you need to stay ahead of one-shot range for Gyarados. And unfortunately, Rival 6 is about when the the Gyarados one-shot creep starts to come up, I believe. I think you could probably still one-shot Rival 5's Gyarados in one hit, I think. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to use my full restore. Andrew, I think I mentioned this at yesterday's stream. I have a very, very bad relationship with chips. I can't have an uneaten bag of chips. It's like physically not possible. Every bag of chips must be devoured by the end of the day. My brain sees the opened bag of chips and it's like, what are you still doing? Why are you wasting a chip clip? So it would be pretty hard to make a sandwich with chips on it when you don't have chips ever. Today I had another pizza from Domino's with unlimited toppings. Came out, or Domino's website said it was 500 calories a slice, and I ate 4 slices. So I've already hit my limit of calories for the day. All right, I can't remember what I want to use this on. I think probably dig. Not really sure if I need a second PP up though. Probably not. Honestly, picking up the PP ups in this run might be overrated. Most of my good moves have a pretty solid amount of PP except for dig. And I'm not entirely sure if I'll ever use enough digs to make it worth it. Except for possibly Koga's gym trainers plus Koga himself. All right, so no max potion. I didn't pick it up. All right, we're using Mimic this run. All right, I need to grab all 3 of them. And make sure to teach Rock Slide, not sell it. Crap, I'm gonna be too poor. I'm gonna need to grab a counter. Unless both of these sell for $2,000 each. Oh, they do. Actually, it looks like we'll have enough money. Nice. All right, we'll see if that's the answer for Gyarados. I think along with the higher level, that will make a difference for Gyarados, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, I know, Gym Leader Matt. It still says 2 years on the video, the Mankey video that I watched. And everyone knows that YouTube doesn't update their thing until the next year is reached. So it's somewhere between 2 and 3 years old. Oh, nice. I'm glad that you're able to devour content at higher than 1x speed. I listen to like everything at 2x speed these days. Speed came out with a bravery video today or yesterday. Watched that at 2x speed. I just watched because I mostly watched that video because he asked me to. And then while I was there and I saw Speed's channel, I was like, oh, you know what? I should check out D1's channel too. And I saw that he came out with a Galarian Moltres video. Watched that at 2x speed. Yeah. Before I started this stream, I was listening to the Colin Coward podcast at 2x speed. I live at the power of 2x speed. Oh, I watched my own old video on Primeape, 2x speed. Interestingly enough, I actually think I sound cringy at 1x speed. And I think I sound actually pretty good at 2x speed. The old video. Oh, wow. Pretty happy how the run so far has gone after Brock, because we could easily fix the Brock thing, as assuming level 11 was the answer. I mean, if not, we could just restart the run over and over again until we get that level 11 finish. I am not above... Oh, whoops. I'm not above restarting the Brock battle to get a better time. All right, we are putting off Erica. Another thing that past Steve was not a fan of was doing gym leaders out of order. Current Steve is perfectly fine with doing gym leaders out of order. Erica was like, yep, gotta be third. Or be fourth. Unless I obviously couldn't win. That was different. Ah. I'm not sure if Carbos really matters at all this run, but I'm going to go ahead and grab it anyways, just because I didn't buy any Carbos at any point. Okay, well, I wasted my my repel, so I kind of had to risk those 2 grass patches right there. Oh, wow. I'm just that underleveled, huh? Interesting. So unfortunately, Koga's not a bunch of one-shots, but I feel like I'm still going to just go for it anyways. Ah. Oh, right. There are a lot of podcasts I enjoy listening to at normal speed. Stuff that I really want to soak in the information, the stuff that I want to think of. Good example of a podcast I listen to at one-time speed. True crime. I like listening to that stuff at one-time speed. And wouldn't necessarily say that comedy is a category, but I listen to two podcasts that are just funny in general. I listen to them at one-time speed as well. Ooh, psychic crit from Drowsy. Did not see that coming, but that's why I saved. Ooh, interesting. Okay, that is not great. How can I make this better on myself? Okay, well, that swap out helps, that's for sure. No, I think it's just swap outs. That's the only thing that's going to make that battle any better. I am now also down 2 digs, so if Muck managed to do its whole minimize thing, that's going to suck. Well, I wouldn't necessarily call it true crime at specifically, but it's called Red Web. It's from these funny guys from a company that used to be a company called Rooster Teeth. But regardless, they're funny guys, but now they also do they don't necessarily do true crime specifically, but they do one is true crime. They do yeah, exactly. Red versus Blue, Achievement Hunter, exactly. So you know the guys. Anyways, it's 2 guys from later on in Achievement Hunter. But they started a podcast and they do, how should I say it? It's not just true crime. It's like cryptids. It's internet mysteries. And then obviously the true crime is murder mysteries and whatnot. They don't really do solved stuff very much. It's fascinating stuff. I really like when they go over topics such as there are stuff that they go over that I lived through but I never understood when it happened. Like early internet, there were a whole bunch of mysteries. And ARGs. That was another thing that they did was ARGs. But it's just a fun show. Okay, hold on. When I get to a spot where I can... Oh, wow. I just blew it. Wow, that's embarrassing. I was so worried about the money for the 3 calciums that I completely forgot to buy the fresh water. Cool. I watched one called Chilmonati. Give me a second. Yeah, I think what's really nice is when your content creators are very funny on top of everything. Because you just never know what they're going to say next. Plus, they got into the podcast game pretty early, so I think their podcast is actually quite big. Makes it easier to search for if you're not following them already. You know, it's funny. In the end, Rooster Teeth got shut down from Warner Bros., which is a company that bought Rooster Teeth. However, the podcasts were so big that they kept on going even after Rooster Teeth got shut down. Red Web, yes, Red Web. I don't watch their movie content, just the other stuff. Oh wow, I forgot to heal. Ouch. Yeah. Okay. Well, guess I got this full restore. If I come out of this battle like paralyzed or something, I'm gonna be quite mad. Oh, I must have got a crit on the Pidgeot. Wow, I'm not even close to knocking out the Gyarados with Thunderbolt. That's shocking to me. Oh. All right, what about now? Okay. So really Thunderbolt and Rock Slide, not really much of a difference there on Pidgeot. If neither one of them can one-shot, the Thunderbolt's going to be more accurate. It's all right, Gym Leader Matt. So that's probably enough resets to know that I probably need to be just a little bit higher of a level. Not entirely sure what level I should come back at. 38 seems like a good number. But now we'll know for the second run. Cycling route, yes, that's a really good suggestion. In fact, even in my own video, I said I came back with cycling road trainers. I have not seen your Mr. Mime run. I've been watching your red runs as I've been redoing runs, but I did see that your Mr. Mime time is like sub 35 or something, or it's like real low, which I think is crazy because I mean Mr. Mime is kind of like Ghastly as far as moveset is concerned, which is crazy. I mean that's easily minimum battles and pretty much no resets. You serious? Consistent. Wow. Oh crap, I'm level 38. Darn it, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, well, almost level 39 for the rival, I guess. Let's head to the 9th floor to heal before the rival. 2 resets, 35 minutes. Wow, your overworld must be just really, really good. Unfortunately, I think even if I were to get a run with no resets and perfection, like Mewtwo is basically like the standard for absolute and utter perfection. And even my Mewtwo is not like that much faster than what you just mentioned for Mr. Mime. Ooh, poison powder. Wow. How lucky. Remember how I complained about, man, imagine if I came out of the battle poisoned? I would regret using that full restore. True, true. It does have a little bit of the, what do you call it? The Hypno syndrome, where Hypno doesn't need a single TM in the whole game, and you can kind of just use everything you pick up. Now, of course, I bet you probably still need to teach Thunderbolt, of course, but Thunderbolt and Psychic, but for the most part, pretty much can just do with what you already have. Yeah, Hypno's like perfection as far as like moveset is concerned. Oh, I just noticed that one of the things I could do before Rival 5 on the next run is Erica. The Erica battle's not necessarily going to be hard per se. It's just that if I get hit by sleep powder, I would regret it. But there's not really a good time in order to do Erica, I imagine, with Primeape, just because I don't have, like Ice Beam or really anything like super effective. Yep, even at 41, still can't do it. Oh, Dig will do more. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like spamming the faster move. Matt also at the very end of his video, he's like, "What's another dig?" Am I right? When he made a wrong move choice at some point, that just spoke to me. It's like, yeah, sometimes I just avoid using dig. If I think it's like almost the same power, I'll use the non-dig move because it's faster. It's a very stupid habit of mine. So I'm over 115 speed, so I should be able to outspeed the Alakazam at this point. Of course, I missed Rock Slide. Oh, wow. I was not expecting that. Huh. Interesting. I was wholeheartedly expecting the one-shot there. Okay, well, if I'm not one-shotting... Okay, Psywave. Yep. I figured there's also an equal chance she uses Reflect or Psywave. It's kind of a little unlucky. I could also just put off Sabrina until after Blaine next run, which is something I may want to consider doing. It's funny, this run is it's going in all kinds of directions. It's like, oh, okay, I need to be one level higher here. Oh, I may want to consider doing Blaine here. Oh, I may want to be doing a few extra trainers on Cycling Road there. It's like, it's just so close to being great, but it's just not there. Don't get me started on Hypnosis. Hypnosis is one of my least favorite moves in the entire game. Sometimes I think I would prefer Sing over Hypnosis. I don't like Sing either, but for some reason, I feel like I have better accuracy with Sing than I do with Hypnosis. Now, of course, the sample size is literally only 1. Or, is it 1? Is it just Lapras with Sing? Huh. How do I... Or, let's see. Sorry, I got a comment in the vertical chat. How do I know when you're playing the red version? Good question. I'm just currently playing the blue version, but the difference between the red version and the blue version isn't really different at all. The reason why I play the blue version is actually for the Sandshrew after Cerulean, or well, before Cerulean specifically. Because if I do not get a Paris, which I did get a Paris this run, so it didn't end up mattering, but for the most part, it's relatively the same. Okay. You're right. There are quite a few Pokemon with Sing. All right. I don't know why I just healed twice, but I also need to pick up Mimic at some point. I think I was supposed to rare Candy right after Giovanni as well. I remember specific, and I also need Mimic for agility. So I need to rare Candy and I need to agility. Yeah, unfortunately, the Machokes are slightly bulkier than you'd expect. Unless, of course, you have, like, a good special move user. I could use Thunderbolt, but our special's not good enough to one-shot either, I would imagine. Okay, use Guard Spec. We're good. Interesting. Not one-shotting Nidoqueen. Just goes to show how underleveled we are at this point. Alright, and that Stomp did a ton. Holy crap. Our defense is butter. I've never seen 60 defense be so shredded before by Rhydon. Alright, so rare candy up to... Let's try 50 for now. Oh crap, I just realized I need to go get Mimic. Alright, this is kind of the reason why we kept Body Slam. Just in case we find out the Mimic strat did not go very well, and Dig and Rock Slide are not reliable enough. Wow. Miss right off the bat. Okay. Alright, as we learned from Gym Leader Matt, we can get to the Growlithe. Get agility off of Growlithe. Now, unfortunately, the agility will be short-lived. We won't get the stat boost from agility for the Venusaur, but it should be good enough for Alakazam. That's all we really care about in the end. Ouch. Growth, nice. Okay. That was a lot less resets than I expected. That went very well. One Razor Leaf and we're doomed there, but he's certainly not guaranteed to use Razor Leaf when he's got both Growth and Vine Whip still. even the later version as the champion, he still has both Solar Beam and Mega Drain, which, as we learned from Matt, probably should not use Dig immediately, so that way we can retaliate with a Dig if he uses Solar Beam. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear that we're going to hit our under, but on the next run, we will definitely be saving a lot of time. Just got to do a few things different. Cut out a lot of those 10 resets. We'll make a lot of improvements. Right. There's no way we should consider like over leveling to beat that Venusaur when there really isn't an out to beat the Venusaur. Really, the threat is the Alakazam. And thanks to our using of early rare candies, we were able to defeat the or not level up on the Alakazam, which is all that we really need to do. I don't know if 48 would have been good enough, but 50 was definitely good enough to not level up on the Alakazam. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, not a fan of Confuse Ray when you hit yourself over and over again. This is one of those ones where it's like, ugh, why do I even bother finishing at this point? But you play it out. I will probably also be copying my own past videos strat of using the champion's Pidgeot for its Sky Attack on the Venusaur. We're also... we're not going to die to counter, that's for sure. Oh, nice crit. It's okay, guys. I will never get mad at you for voting the over on the first run. I do a lot of things to test in run 1, and it usually leads to the over. Like this run, we tested Brock at 10, and we found out Brock cannot be done at 10. All right, looks like we're plenty fast enough. Oh, okay. Well, that was on me. Should have used Rock Slide. Bad call right there. Always fantastic when Agatha is not hard. Now, I'm not predicting a very good Lance here. I don't really have like a perfect strat or even a good strat, really. Seeing as the Rival 6 did not die in one hit. Okay, well, apparently I got a crit. You know? Sometimes you can't make this stuff up. This Dragonair is only going to spam agility, so will allow me to spam my agilities. Okay. Neutral, and not much he can really do here. I probably was a little bit too scared for the Aerodactyl there, but when you've been killed by as many Hyper Beam crits as I have, sometimes you get a little jaded on what you think Lance is going to do. And sometimes you just have to go for it. All right, so we're going to Mimic Sky Attack. Okay, apparently the Pidgeot just learned Dig. Congratulations, Pidgeot. Ah, darn, Reflect. Maybe I should have started with Rock Slide. Even if it is less powerful, I don't think we're going to one-shot even without the Reflect. Yeah, he mirror moved my Mimic. It's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, yeah. Neither Rock Slide or Thunderbolt is going to one-shot that Pidgeot. Feels bad. All right, so we're just doing this because we outspeed on turn 1. Okay. Ah, that sucks. Okay, so essentially we need him to use Reflect. So I guess the best outcome here is use Rock Slide, do a lot of chip damage. Then he will hopefully set up Reflect. But by then we will have already started our dig. Is this the first or the second run? This is the first run. Thankfully, because our original time was already only like 55 minutes. So this would not be a good improvement compared to the original first run. Oh crap, I just realized I forgot to get Sky Attack. Oh well. Oh wow, nice crit. It almost makes you wonder if I should consider taking a Horn Drill there. Oh, how unfortunate. There is no Executor. I didn't even follow my own advice from Gym Leader Matt. And don't use Rock Slide first, use Rock Slide second. Yeah, I was trying to mimic Sky Attack. I just forgot on the run that I won was the one that I forgot to mimic the Sky Attack, aka the strat that I wanted to use. Okay. So I think we can easily get under 50. Just need to work around some early game stuff. So the takeaways from the run, do Brock at level 11. Do at least 1 to 2 trainers in Mount Moon to get myself 1 level higher. So that way I outspeed the Starmie easily. And when I get to when I get to Cycling Road, I should consider battling a lot more Pokemon with Dig. I should also use the PP ups on Dig, so that way I have more PP to work with on Cycling Road. Those few extra levels will help. I can't remember exactly where they help, but I remember I wanted to be a slightly higher level for somebody. Oh, right. I wanted to be level 38 or 48. What I needed to be something around that ended with an 8 for Rival 5, because Rival 5 I couldn't one-shot the Gyarados, I think, with Thunderbolt unless I was a high enough level. Same thing with the Pidgeot, although I'm not entirely sure if I was ever able to knock out the Pidgeot without a crit. Let's see what else. Oh my god. Guys, I finished with 7 candies. I completely did this run basically candyless. Okay, well, that's gonna change. That's gonna change so much. All right, we're gonna use pretty much all of our candies at Rival 6 then. I thought it felt a little hard. Look at the overlay. There's 7 candies left. I finished at level 57. That's hilarious. Okay, so like the hardest one is like Rival 6. So instead of doing Rival 6 at level 50, we should definitely just use. Gym Leader Matt's recommending we use some of them pre-Rival 5. Rival 5 was also very hard. If I recall, we needed him to use Vine Whip instead. If we can just knock it out in 2 hits instead of relying on that Vine Whip, that would probably also make a big difference as well. So that's probably a good call. Instead of being like, the 38, 48, whatever I wanted to be. It was probably 38. Consider being like 40 instead. Yeah, well, clearly I was able to do it at level 57, so the candies aren't super necessary. So yeah, that's probably a good sign. That probably contributed a lot to the 53 minutes as well. Okay. All right, let's do this. Does somebody have a nickname for second Primeape? Our last name was selected by Annie. That's a long name. That's a better name. Actually, that's a great name. I mean, think about it. He's basically just really fat Mike Tyson, you know? He's ball-shaped Mike Tyson. You know, that's what he's known for. Primeape, he's going for the Primeape, and then he just punches, and you know, he knocks them out like it's like Tyson, you know. Great example. I mean, you guys know he was the P1 champion, of course. Everyone knows that. All right. We don't start a timer until after we have nicknamed our Pokemon. Oh, you know what I'm also I'm gonna try out? I don't think it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try it out. Oh. Named both of them Steve. I'm gonna try out the optional rival instead of some wild Pokemon. If I lose, I lose. I'll just restart the run again. I don't know why I didn't try the optional rival the first time. Oh, and thanks to Nugget Bridge, I know I should actually pick up some more potions. So that way I don't have to go heal an extra time. Apparently, we're not the bulkiest. Nice. How dare our next karate chop not knock it out? I feel like that was a slap in the face. That's all right. Now, I don't generally like doing the optional rival. His Pokemon are relatively hard, and also they're not worth a ton of XP. Like, in theory, they're worth approximately slightly more than 3 Metapods. But they're significantly harder to beat than the 3 Metapods. Also, there's no guarantee you get 3 Metapods in a row. Okay, well, it looks like we're about to do it at level 6 and not level 7, because we didn't exactly get the craziest of luck with the wild encounters. I'm not going to complain, though, because we got at least 3 wild encounters, so at least we got to level 6. Ouch. Okay, well, on the bright side, Bulbasaur here is not going to be able to do very much if it uses Growl and Leech Seed. Okay, that helped. And it might actually help for the bug catchers too, because now I'll be 1 level higher, and I might be able to 2-shot instead of 3-shot like the Kakuna. Oops. That's embarrassing. That's real embarrassing. Okay. Okay, let's try not to do that again. I don't even know how I ended up facing up in the down direction to begin with. craziest stuff happens when you do so many runs. I like oh whoops. I like the description for Primeape here. It's called the pig monkey. It's real accurate. It doesn't really explain all the fur or the wristbands, but it kind of reminds me of South Park's description of man bear pig. It's a man, it's a bear, a pig, and a pig. Exactly the way it's described. Although I guess if you probably told a 5-year-old to draw a pig monkey, you probably would not get something ball-shaped with this much hair. But if you took away the hair, I bet you there's a monkey underneath. Okay, missed sand attack. I'll gladly take that. Ouch. Okay, growl. Gladly. Perfect. Okay, so we are exactly where we left off. I am going to take an interesting risk. I am going to consider not healing. That would add so many more questions, Annie. Like, then are all of the Primapes like escaped convicts? And then you have to ask, okay, if they're not, then where'd they get them all? Where are they all coming from? But I think these are the questions that people just don't ask. Like you know, clothes. Like, are all Hitmonchan, you know, wearing the same Hitmonchan clothes? Okay, perfect. I mean, Annie, that implies that there are lesser animals that are not considered Pokemon in the world of Pokemon. And then you have to ask yourself another question. What makes a Pokemon a Pokemon? Because that implies that there is a pig and a monkey that are not Pokemon. Okay, well, we made it to level 11. So the whole not having to train thing in the wild worked out quite well. Yep, this level 11 thing is so much better for defense. It's really unfortunate this Geodude is not focusing on defense, Carl. There we go. All right, we're 29 speed. Bide immediately. Leer. All right, there's a 2-turn. Karate chop. Bide. Leer. All right, can we do 2 damage? Oh, we're at 3 damage on our Fury attacks. All right, so with 3 damage Fury attacks, we might as well just go for Fury attack straight up. Doesn't even matter if Bide hits us at that point. So yeah, it's Karate chop until enough bides, and then switch to Fury attack after a bunch of Leers. Okay, well, that's a much improved Brock time. Stupid. I went down there like I was looking for repel, like we were in Oh, crap. Okay. Scratch. Why am I doing that? There's 25 PP. If I'm gonna waste PP, it's not a big deal. I did that at Nugget Bridge earlier too. I tried using moves that are not Karate Chop. I picked up Mega Punch, thinking, oh, if I run out of Karate Chops, I have Mega Punch to fall back on. Turns out, 25 Karate Chops is so many Karate Chops that it doesn't even matter. Now, the question is, what Pokemon can I knock out very quickly that are worth a decent amount of XP in Mount Moon? I've been told by people who watch Scott's channel that the Voltorb Magnemite trainer is worth a solid amount of XP. Okay, did not expect that to one shot, but okay. Perfect. Now, if I had that one trainer, who else do I add? Bugs? Bugs are not the greatest for XP. I'm curious if Bellsprout Oddish Girl is any good for XP. Ah, so close. Oh well. I only needed one extra level. I'm curious if just one trainer's enough. Although I have not really had as many Zubat encounters as I did last run. Interestingly enough, no Paris either. At least not yet. If we don't get Paris, I guess there'll be more encounters in the grass outside of Mount Moon. Okay, so last time we did Rival 2 at level 16. So if at least we could get to level 17, that would be a slight improvement. It would not really be an improvement as far as damage rounding is concerned, but, you know, it might be an one level improvement as far as speed is concerned for Misty. What the heck? Okay. 50% Great Ball? Perfect. Not that big of a time waste, considering we had a relatively low encounter Mount Moon. All right, can he cooperate without the... Oh, also, can we two-shot the Pidgeotto now? Close. Nice. Okay, great. That one level may have made a difference, but ultimately is probably just a high range. All right, how many potions do I have? 2. Okay. That's fine. I don't think anything was particularly crazy hard. I do remember taking some damage. Last time I two-shot that Pidgey, and I two-shot that Nidoran. I was real close to one-shotting that Nidoran this time. So it looks like the one level is at least helping a little bit. So far. Alright. I like doing the first few trainers on Nugget Bridge before healing after the rival, so that way I just kind of have the amount of PP that I need for the rest of the Nugget Bridge area. Dang. 3 trainers deep is not usually what I do, though. I usually do 2 trainers deep. So that way there's no left and right weaving, it's just straight up and down. Good. Now the question is, does anybody think that the calcium was a good idea? I don't know if I really made a determination if the calcium was the right idea for the vitamins. I definitely know that we outspeed everything, so Carbos is not the right idea. It's really a decision between calcium and protein at this point. And I feel like there were a lot of times we had very, very low amount of HP remaining after being hit by a Psybeam or a Confusion or whatever. So I feel like the calciums were probably still worth it, even if they didn't feel like they had a big impact. I'm not really sure how much of a difference extra protein is going to do. It's not like I was just like really, really close to one-shotting things at the end. I feel like I was like doing 80% damage to most of the things at the end. And like protein's not going to be the difference between 80% and 100%. I don't even know if I even need to pick up Carbos. I feel like I was quite a bit faster than everything the whole run. I only picked up 2 Carbos. I guess I could also try and pick up the Pokemon Mansion calcium. Nice. Normally I forget to teach digs so quickly. Not this time. This time I'll remember it for the... Well, last time I wasn't really... put it. I want to dig for the fire Pokemon trainer on the SSN, and it turns out I didn't need dig. Boy, I tell you, I'm getting a lot more one-shots. Or at least it feels like I am. It's almost like that one extra level made a pretty big difference. Dig will... Oh, right, we're not going to be picking up Body Slam. We didn't even use it last run. And because we didn't even really stop by the area, there's no point in picking up the max potion either. I mean, Rex, it's not exactly that way. I pretty much just always play blue version, but I put in the title red and blue because they're pretty much not different. When you're playing a solo run, the teams that the trainers use are the same. So as far as you can tell, there is no difference. The only difference is really from the playing perspective. And from the playing perspective, there's a Sandshrew in blue version. There's no Sandshrew in red version. That's really the only difference. It's for the HM Pokemon. Wow, that was a lot of moves. There must have been like... I must have been faster than it X-speeded, then it was faster, and then it got to go first. Anyways, everything is going pretty a-okay right now. So the only thing really left to do for our moveset is grab Rock Slide, and that's pretty much it. Rock Slide is not really a highly used move by me. Obviously, it's the move to use on flying Pokemon, although I have been accidentally using Thunderbolt so many times on flying Pokemon. Really, Thunderbolt should be pretty much safe for Gyarados, and I haven't been really playing that way. Normally, I would heal at that Pokemon Center, but I have so much PP. Interesting. Normally, this trainer can be hard because they'll use Growl on that first Cubone, and that Growl will cause the following Slowpoke to be kind of hard. I can't believe it. I just realized I'm so stupid. I didn't use Thunderbolt. Literally like the reason to get Thunderbolt. Okay, well, at this point we just want to win so we can use our full restore. So that full restore in speeds runs, he pretty much only uses it or when he gets burned getting the rare candy. I kind of use it for a whole lot of reasons. I use it for the burn, and I also use it for that right there. Not everybody can one-shot that trainer. So the full restore has a lot of emergency uses. I think we're gonna grab the nugget while we're out this time. We didn't grab the nugget in the Rocket Underground last time because I don't think we needed it. I think this time I'm gonna be a little short. I think I'm a little bit. Oh wait, actually I'm at 28 grand right now. Never mind, I'm stupid. Ignore that. Completely ignore what I just said. Pretty much just need to pick up the TMs, all the TMs. That's it. For some reason, I thought we were going to be lower on cash. We're grabbing that PP up for Dig, for Cycling Road. Second PP up for Dig. The rare candy, because rare candies are always useful. Alright, now we get our 8 super repels after selling all of our extra stuff. Bubble Beam, Nugget, pretty much it. That's pretty much it. 8 repels. We technically only need 7, but I always buy 8. That final repel has come in handy a whole bunch of times in emergency situations. Hey Tree, unknown. It's gonna be a while before we get to 2,000 subs, but glad you want to acknowledge it. All right, 31 grand. All right, get the calciums. Use the calciums. Okay, use fly. We're pretty much going to ignore Erica at this point. I think we're going to push off Erica till after Koga. All right. One of the very few uses of Rock Slide. Nice. So we're 10 levels over leveled for that Kadabra, so not particularly worried. Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's not going to matter because the only thing in here is not going to hit us. Ghastly has got 45 speed. We are never going to be in danger of being outsped by anything until we get to the heal table or the heal pad. In theory, I could use Rock Slide. I'm not a betting man. Rock Slide's got a 10% chance to miss. Unfortunately, if I get hit by that 10%, if I like miss even one time, I could get hit by Confuse Ray, never stop hitting myself. I could get hit by Lick, get paralyzed, never manage to get hit after that. So much can go wrong that it's just worth it to use the extra turn of Dig. I think I saw you comment on D1's video too, Annie. So you're definitely supporting everybody, really. There's another channel. I know that Squidgy is the mentor of another channel. I can't remember his name though. I saw him the other day. I gave him I subscribed to him. I saw he had basically no views, and then Squidgy helped him, and then he started getting a lot of views. I mean, his overlay, the way he talks, it's like all it's completely like Squidgy. And then I asked Speedrunner if he'd ever heard of the guy before, and he said, yeah, I think Squidgy trained him, or Squidgy gave him help or advice. Like Poke Brute or something like that. Oh crap, I just realized I didn't heal. Should have healed to get more PP. That's right. When I get the PP up, I'll all right, let's use the repel. Let's get the PP up, then use the PP ups, come back up. I don't know what I just did wrong there, but that was really stupid. Pretty much the whole left side is poison types. The whole right side is fighting types. There we go. All right. Unfortunately, I don't know all the trainers and which ones they have. So I'm just gonna battle all of them because I'm pretty sure almost everybody, not exactly everybody at the top, has poison Pokemon, but most of them do. I know there's a trainer that has a single Machop. No way. Already? I don't have a healing item. Well, that's really annoying. We might have to heal one time. It makes it so much worse that our attacking move is Dig. No matter what, we're gonna get damaged. If they were like all one shots with Karate Chop, this would be different. I should have known about that guy. I knew that guy was like at the top. Okay. Well. I mean, it's not the greatest. It's not the worst to heal here. We've already did what we're supposed to do with the repel, so it's not a big deal. Unfortunately, since we can't knock out the Mucks or the Weezings, we're kind of going to have a hard time with the left side, because the left side has got a lot of Mucks. Well, there's a trainer with a Muck and a Weezing, and then at the bottom, there's a trainer with 2 Weezing. Okay, well, apparently these trainers in the bottom right-hand corner of the top right-hand corner, they got fighting types. So that's annoying. I could have sworn most of them had poison types. I thought there was like 1 or 2 that had fighting. Oh, minimize. Okay. Ooh. All right, so there's another trainer over here with Muck and a Weezing. Do I? Oh, right. The Muck Weezing guy is facing right, looking left. Right. And I usually face the Muck Weezing guy. He's really close to the bottom. We're currently closer to the top. Yeah, this guy. It's okay. I think we'll be fine. Okay, yeah. This guy's got 5 Pokemon, so they're slightly lower leveled, so they have lower defense and HP. All right, we're level 38, which is already pretty good, because that's kind of what we wanted to be for Rival 5. So I think the training that we just did offset all of the training that we did in Sylph. I'm not entirely sure which one was faster, this training or the Sylph's training. But it is what it is at this point. On the bright side, there's a chance we might one-shot the Drowsy, which would be a pretty big time... Oh, whoops. Which would be a pretty big time save for the Fuchsia Gym. Now we got level 38 and a protein. Okay. Gym leader Matt said that it's like 94 power for Karate Chop, so Dig is just ever so slightly more powerful. Should have been using it from the start. Ouch. I don't know how to answer Rex's question. Tackle doesn't hit ghosts in Crystal unless you use, I think, Foresight first. Oh, look at that. Thanks to the extra levels, we now one-shot the Coughings, which is going to make this way easier. But of course, he blew up on the turn we were underground, so we just saved a bunch of time at Koga, so that's good. Didn't even have to do anything differently. Reflect. All right, I'm gonna save here even though we're still very over leveled. Nice. Good crit. Why Erica after Koga? Sleep powder. Really is no other reason. Sleep powder. I could easily lose one way or another. And I would like to have the higher chance of one-shotting instead of the lower chance of one-shotting. And as you saw with the crit dig there, I did one-shot. I did it again. So embarrassing. Apparently, I can't be trusted to sell the TMs and then also buy the last TM. And by TM, I mean freshwater. Okay, well, that was embarrassing. I'm not sure how much time I just lost, but feels bad. I agree. Tree to unknown. I'm currently playing Pokemon Scarlet, and I'm currently only playing the game with a Skeledirge. I'm not even like streaming it. This is just how I play the game in general. I don't like other Pokemon. I don't like having a team of Pokemon. I like playing with one Pokemon. And so far, my Skeledirge has never died. Although, to be fair, Scarlet is really easy. It's not really that brag worthy. No, I take that back. I take that back. I did die once. I died to a wild level 50 Leafeon, and I had a Crocodile like at level 20. I was pretty shocked when it happened. I saw this golden Pokemon. I'm like, ooh, shiny. Like, not actual, like, shiny. I'm just like, oh, it's golden. It's, like, shiny and all of that. And it was, like, a level 50 Leafeon. And it destroyed me. But that's my only reset. So far. Oh, of course you got a crit wing attack. Although, as it currently sits, whenever our opponent gets a crit on us, that appears to be good luck. Wow. I was kind of joking when I said it was good luck. But wow. I haven't even done a gym leader yet. The one gym that I went to, I'm like, one gym battle, please. And they're like, hey, you need to go do some work for us first. And I'm like, screw that. I'll head to the next gym where they hopefully won't require some work from me. And then when I left, I was like, oh, hey, a giant, not Rhyhorn, a giant Dawn fan. And then it allowed me to apparently glide after I defeated it. So I have 0 badges, but apparently I can now swim and glide with my legendary guy. The colossal Pokemon, they have the, what is it called? They don't require me to do stuff for them. It's so much more convenient to battle them instead. They don't require work. All as I can say is they probably don't pay the gym leaders enough money. All right, so the only thing I'm going to do over here is I'm going to pick up the calcium. Since I have 129 speed, which is over 115, I'm going to leave the Carbos alone. Oh, I did not need that heal. Oh, well. That's actually canon. That's funny. I know when I used to run that Pixelmon server, I said in high school, where I was the co-owner of a Minecraft server where it had Pokemon in Minecraft. We hired gym leaders for the like our server, and we paid our gym leaders in items on the server. We didn't pay them any money. We paid them in like free Ultra Balls, free legendaries, and I'm right where I need to be. And free changing of IVs and EVs. That's how we paid our gym leaders. Oh, wow. Of course, you just mentioned Mimic. Probably should have done that. Psybeam? No. Oh my god, it was a Psybeam crit. Our first reset of the run. Oh, Annie, that was the unfortunate part about being a gym leader. Are you serious? I got the 10% confusion, then followed by 2 hit myselfs? Ouch. As a gym leader, they were not allowed to change their Pokemon. Ever. Oh, nice. I got the crit myself. They were never allowed to change it. We even XP locked the Pokemon, so their gym Pokemon would never be able to gain XP. Ever. That was really smart. Not their other Pokemon though, just the gym Pokemon. Now, do I still need Karate Chop is the question. Or can I teach Mimic now? Guess it doesn't really matter. Did they get to pick the Pokemon for their team? No, but they got to pick from the available gyms that were left. I mean, they got to pick the Pokemon themselves. John, it was a server called Pokeplanet. There were only like 3 Pixelmon servers, so like it was a pretty big deal back in the day. You couldn't really find a lot of Pixelmon servers. It wasn't like that common of a thing. And the thing is, we got shut down by Nintendo at some point. So, like, we could have kept going. Oh, nice. We're gonna level up right after this ride-on. That's gonna be really convenient for my rare candying I'm about to do. Speaking of rare candying, we never rare candy before Rival 5, like Gym Leader Matt suggested. So now we have even extra rare candies because I forgot. They also apparently were unnecessary, although we did kind of get a little bit lucky. But our higher level did help our damage rounding for Venusaur. Okay, well, apparently we have 1 fewer candies. That's really, really unfortunate. That sucks. Okay, well, apparently we needed that candy to get to level 58. Oh, well. Hope that doesn't bite me in the butt. Also, I forgot to teach Mimic. Great. Nice. I got a crit. That probably makes up for the agilities that I didn't get to do. Sweet. And question is, should we consider picking up the last candy? Probably not. Our XP is in a great spot. I don't see how any extra levels at beyond this point is going to really make much of a difference. Oh, I just did all of that without a repel. I just realized to never put up another pull for time. Nobody reminded me. Unfortunately, my memory's not the greatest. The funny thing is, I used to brag about my memory when I was real young. My mom used to have a bad memory, and I would constantly point out things that I remembered and she forgot. And now I'm the guy who forgets things all the time. I can't even remember to start the vertical stream on time. Okay, but I do have Mimic. I just need to teach it. All right, it's for slot 1. Save. Okay. Nice. Super potion. That means we are going to go into the final Pokemon on the team. It is at so much higher. So much higher HP. Nice. In the end, it didn't really matter, but oh well. Makes me feel better. So last time we were able to knock out the Hitmons with Thunderbolt. It's definitely the more safe move to use. At least over at least for Hitmonchan, because of counter. Oh, boy, talk about embarrassing. Can you imagine if my second reset was on Bruno? That submission could have easily have crit. I mean, it couldn't have easily have crit, but, you know, knowing how luck works and all, it could have easily have crit. Ouch. Yeah, Bruno, he's every once in a while has his matchup. It's just so incredibly rare for him to have any good matchup at all that he's just is so easy to make fun of. Like Surge. Surge is so bad. You know, for the longest time, I believe that J-Rose had beaten him so many times in a row that, like, he got, like, all the way down to, like, gift shop manager or, like, assistant gift shop manager. Something like that. Oh, wrong move. Okay, he used barrier, so let's use Thunderbolt. Okay, so we're still gonna try and commit to the knock out the Venusaur with Sky Attack strat, even though it's not the one we won with last time. Right. We were supposed to start with Rock Slide, so that way if he uses Reflect, we can then dig after Reflect, knock it out. Perfect. Oh, we even got a Leer? Oh, yes. That might actually be the difference between knocking out the Gyarados and not knocking out the Gyarados. That one Leer. Crap. That was a growth. That was taking in sunlight. 4608. Whew. That was great. That was great. Even lower than Matt said we could YOLO. So it was a really great YOLO. Everything just went our way at the end. I definitely think the rare candies helped a lot. It definitely made for a very, very different champion battle. And I'm very happy that we made it to like 62, 63-ish. So that was a good range of levels to beat to finish the run at. I know that my previous attempts were quite a lot lower level. So, you know, we can really see what the Primeape is capable of. Anyways, let's see where 4608 puts us on the leaderboard. 46. Oh, wow. It gives its own spot right there behind Gengar and in front of Persian. Again, I will be updating the leaderboard tonight to put on Primeape and put on... What did I do yesterday? Whatever Pokemon I did... Oh, Psyduck. Yes. Put on Primeape and Psyduck. And we will put up another poll for another redo on... Friday, I think. So, oh my God, Gym Leader Matt is right. We had Sky Attack for Venusaur. Oh, sometimes you just go in with the strat with the right strat, and then you just use a different move, and then you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? And then you fail successfully, you know. You can't come up with a perfect strat and just, you know, use it every time, right? Sometimes you just gotta YOLO your way through. Anyways, I can't believe nobody has brought up Gengar at all. I've done like 3 polls now. Well, not polls, but I've done 3 questionnaires, and nobody has brought up that Gengar is behind Ghastly. Behind Ghastly. So yeah, we'll be putting up another poll for tomorrow morning, and you guys will have another day and a half to comment on which one, and the one with the most likes will get the replay on Friday. But right now it seems like every time people keep bringing up Charizard, so I have a feeling Charizard's probably gonna get a redo sooner or later. I mean, I'm all for leaving Gengar behind Ghastly. I think it's hilarious. Every single week that Gengar continues to be behind Ghastly, it gets funnier and funnier because people continue to not say anything about it. But anyways, thank you guys for joining in on today's run. I appreciate it very much. I will see you guys again, I believe, Friday, where we're going to be doing another redo. And then on Saturday, Ike did not confirm or deny if we're doing a run on Saturday. So that one's up in the air. If it gets canceled, I will make a post that it's canceled, so you don't have to like be there or not. But as it currently sits, Ike has not said if he's going to be available for Saturday. Speed will not be there. Speed apparently is doing his own race with somebody else. But since Speed canceled on me, I figured now Saturday is open, and you know, Ike might be available on Saturday. I mean, maybe he was already planning to do something Saturday. Who knows? But probably not. But anyways, good night, guys.